the Dream Eaters with We Are Cursed, The Curse. Great tune, love the vocals, love the harmonies, and that's what these guys are really good at. And each song has a different dynamic to it, but the harmonies are always really, really cool.
Yeah, it's got a real, and it's really short actually. I didn't realise that when I was listening to the playlist earlier in the week. It's actually a really, really short tune.
Yep.
But it's got a real anthemic quality to it, and it's normally the longer songs that have, you know, the word anthemic associated with them, where there's a lot of repetition and it builds and whatever. And that's actually really quick, but still has that anthem bit. And you kind of, you know, as soon as you said, "Oh, this is the next track," I was like, "Oh, that's the one that goes, we are the curse." I was like, "Oh yeah, I love that track." And it's just it's a bit of an earworm that gets in your head and it stays there, and it will stay there for the rest of the week probably, which is kind of cool. Yeah, I think they're really interesting and they're a cool band, and that's a really cool tune.
I definitely liked the harmonies as well, and that snare, marching drum snare, was really sticking out to me. I think that's definitely going to get stuck in my head.
That was cool. I like the build up at the end, and I missed the beginning, unfortunately, but yeah, I really liked it.
You know, when you guys sit down and write songs, do you ever have something in mind like right away, or does it kind of come to you and you got to write it down as soon as you think of it?
Ender has had that, but I haven't. Well, like he said with To the Pain, he kind of got an idea in his head, and he had to sit in here and work it out until it was no longer just in his head.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of times they just kind of build, like, I don't know, like Legos or something. Kind of just start with like a bit of a base and just forms into something kind of almost of its own volition.
Now, speaking of Lego, are you by chance a Star Wars geek as well?
Yeah.
The reason why I was asking, is because the other night I was at work on our overnight, for the second time I saw Rogue One, and there's a lot of Easter eggs in there. And it was funny because my coworker I was working with, I was pointing out to her, she's like, "Oh yeah, oh my god!" Because the first little part, there's one of the commanders from the original Star Wars who's been dead for at least 20 years. At least 20 years. And I was like, "Oh my god, that's amazing!" It's like right now, I was like, "But isn't he dead?" So I know there's always a tie-in somewhere, but that's what I was thinking of, just because I just ironically happened to see that the other night and was pointing out the Easter eggs to her. It's like, "Oh yeah, that's right." You know, when they bump into the guys from the cantina in the town. No, he doesn't like you. Yeah. I don't like you, right? So.
And did you notice the line in there? They say it in every Star Wars movie. What is it? I have a bad feeling about this.
Yes.
They tried to put it in there and it gets shut down.
Well, because it's usually Han Solo saying it, right?
I think it's somebody different each time, actually. But I know Han Solo said it at least once. Well, one thing I really liked about it, though, the droid pilot, I can't remember his name in Rogue One, but he was voiced by Alan Tudyk, which was also the pilot in Firefly.
Oh, cool. Right on. I didn't know that. You know what are the odds of if I was shooting the gun off? Very, very high. Yeah, that definitely a classic movie. So this is how we sidetrack, guys. It happens, and just one thing kind of ties into the other. So next up, we're gonna get to one of our favorites. Actually, well, they're pretty much all our favorites. But next up, we have a band called A Damsel in the Dollhouse, and this is Nina Dove, and she does all the stuff herself. And this is a great new piece. So there's about 4 songs, and 4 of them are remixed. This one's called Frankenhooker. Dig this. It's available on Bandcamp right now for free.
He's in here's Jersey Boy. Dr. Jersey Boy. Let me know, baby. In bed, legs spread, animated, undead, scientific, sewn together, sickening experiment. Oh, yeah, right there. What are these voices? Electric noises, street walking, fast talking, sexual every little pieces, ready for the pieces. Satisfy your hunger with an undead hooker. Satisfy your hunger with breaking
Damsel in the Dollhouse with Frankenhooker from her new EP Playthings, which is available on her Bandcamp right now. Mike and I are a huge fan of Damsel in the Dollhouse. Nina has such a great voice, and she is such a great person. I interviewed her about, say, 4 or 5 months ago, but great person to talk to. Like, awesome music, and she just works so hard at it. I mean, everything, like, between props and for her videos, the get-ups, like, costumes, everything. She goes full out. Great tune.
Yeah, man, it goes. For me, it's like, what year are we in? I don't know. Whenever it was, I was in my first year of university, and basically we used to go out and we used to go and see a band, and then we go to a club. We'd either go somewhere where they were playing like funky house, which was really big at the time, or something really hardcore and intense like that. And it was just, it's neon and jumping up and down and drinking far too many JDs, and it reminds me of that awesome time. And I love the whole, I guess it's an EP or is it an album, I don't know, but the whole thing is so well put together and so intense. And what's really cool about it is that each track has one or two, I think one of them's even got 3 remixes on it, and they're all really, really good. It's a really, really engaging way to put music out there. And I was talking about Linkin Park earlier,
right.
who I have a real bugbear about the fact they put albums out and then remix them, and it's like you should just write new songs. But this is different because they put the remixes on the same thing and it works really well. Maybe Linkin Park should listen to that. But yeah, it's just class. It's really, really good, and it's so out of my comfort zone, kind of the traditional kind of rock and blues and hard rock, heavy rock, dirty, Black Sabbath meets Slash kind of stuff that I listen to at home. And I was really surprised when I put this on at how much I enjoyed it. And I've had it for 3 or 4 weeks now, I think, and every week I've listened to it again in preparation for the show, and just been surprised myself how much I love it. And if you're a dirty rocker like me, you'll love stuff like this as well, because it's just got that vibe about it. It's quality. Really, really enjoy these guys. Well, is it one person? I mean, again, I'm amazed
Yes.
it's one person. So full of sound. Yeah, brilliant.
I thought it was a lot of fun. I liked that the lyrics were kind of dirty and morbid.
Yeah.
It was like electronic rockabilly music. It made me think like if there was a modern day remake of Cry Baby with Tracy Lords, it could be in the soundtrack. And I loved the circus sort of breakdown in the middle of it too. Circus sounding. Yeah, I liked it a lot.
Yeah, I've heard a few of her songs now, actually, because of listening to your guys' show, and each one's brings a little bit something different to the table, but I really like that one. It actually, out of all of her songs, though, that one actually really reminds me of some friends of ours, another local band here, Dr. Death and Mr. Vile, with the circusy type of energy and all of that. I really dig it, and she's obviously extremely talented.
Well, right on. And again, it's our salute to hashtag Women of Rock, and we did that party last week, and there's some that we didn't get a chance to get to, and there's a few of them. And the one coming up, you guys are gonna love this one if you haven't already heard them. And these are one of my personal favorites, and I know they are for Mike as well. This band's out of Nashville, Tennessee. The band's called The Sweetest Condition. This is Leslie and Jason, and this is off their new album called We Defy Oblivion. It came out in November. This one's called Deconstructing, and let me tell you guys, this is such a fantastic song. These guys are awesome. Dig this.
Thank